Hello, hello. I've arrived. All right. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, we're good. Just double checking that I didn't have myself muted there. My audio sounds a little bit different on my end today. No, I've got my headphones at about the same level. I don't know, I sound a little bit louder to me than I usually do, which is a bit odd. But, I don't know, it doesn't look like I'm getting much higher levels than usual on OBS, so I think should be fine. I don't know, I have noticed a little bit of, crackling in my headphones every now and then recently, so maybe I need to get a new pair sometime soon. But yes. Yes. Tonight, before we get started, just wanted to take a moment. I noticed today is Transgender Day of Remembrance. And so yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that before we get started. So, I don't know, it's not... I suppose I will lead with saying, growing up cis and straight, it's very easy for me to sort of overlook things like this, and just, to be honest, I'm not terribly connected with current events in any realm, but yeah, especially so with regards to LGBTQ plus issues. I'm sure there's a lot of other opportunities to speak on this that I've missed in the past, but I don't know, today I just sort of saw that and I figured, I feel like I should, take this opportunity. So, I will. Just wanted to say, remind everyone that this stream, I guess not remind, because I don't know if I've explicitly said this before, but, trans rights, first of all. And I guess that's... anything else? I don't know. Trans rights, support trans rights, and I absolutely do not support any, and I will do everything within my power to make sure that this stream is a place that is safe for people, regardless of gender or expression of gender, or lack thereof, or anything else like that, sexuality, and the like. Yeah, there will be, in as much as it is within my power, I will ensure that no such thing will thrive here. Any sort of discrimination, any of that. And so yeah, I will say there's probably, a lot that I still need to educate myself on with a lot of these topics. And because of that, I feel a little bit reluctant sometimes to speak on it, because I feel like, what do I know? What can I say? How is my input valuable? And, it's not... I can't say that the world is going to change because of anything that I've said here now, but, I don't know, I just felt like I would be remiss to let this opportunity pass me by. But yes. So yeah, so I guess now we will get to our regularly scheduled business. So, first of all, did I do this again? That's not it. Ah. Oh. Hold on. This isn't working. Alright, technical issues. Ah, here we go. This is much easier than the other way I was doing it before. But, okay, here we go. Fukahire Mizumi, rather. Thank you for the follow. Moodian, thank you for the follow. So yeah, I could have, I noticed, or I didn't check my my activity feed until, after my previous stream had ended, yesterday. Yeah, it would have been yesterday. Fukahire has been, Fuka, I guess, usually goes by, has been following me for a few more days than that, so I apologize that I didn't see your follow there until it was too late to speak on it on the most recent stream after you followed. But thank you, anyway. Let's see. So yes, so that is that. schedule. So, let's see. Today, we're playing Conquer the Shadow World. Tomorrow, well, we're not doing anything tomorrow. Well, we might do something tomorrow, I don't know. I was kind of thinking, since we had like a, I've been doing the Destiny lore streams, and we kind of didn't cover Destiny lore, like, very much at all yesterday. We just sort of talked about, Destiny gameplay mechanics, more so than anything, in terms of, the Guardian classes that you can play as. So, I might take the opportunity to have a bonus stream, because I do want to get this, I want to get started playing Destiny 2 Forsaken relatively soon. That's the whole point of this, getting ready for Destiny Forsaken. So, yeah, I would like to, I'll think about it. I don't know. We'll see. I shouldn't be too terribly busy on Monday, but I might want to take that opportunity to rest a little bit. Because I have been, I do need to catch up on some sleep. But, let's see. So that is that. We may do something on Monday. We probably won't. Well, 50-50. I guess why am I projecting odds? It doesn't matter. We may do a bonus stream on Monday, or we might not. So, Tuesday, we'll be playing the usual Tuesday collab with Altariana, Sheppy Sheps, and Judo Kami. Yes, that will be Tuesday, 5:30. Oh wait, hold on. I should clarify. If we do the stream on Monday, then that will be at 7:30 p.m. Central. The Tuesday stream, that will be at 5:30 p.m. Central, give or take a little bit. We're always a little bit. It's always a little bit challenging when you need to coordinate 4 people's schedules to converge at a particular point in time. So sometimes we're a little bit early, sometimes we're a little bit late. But around 5:30 is when we expect to get started. Yes, we've moved on to Borderlands the pre-sequel, or we're going to try to. We had some issues. We had some issues doing it last Tuesday. I think we had. I don't remember who it was, but one of us tried to launch it and crashed. And I think another of us didn't have pre-sequel just yet. But yeah, as of right now, we have moved on from Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep because it is just simply so very, very unreliable. Constant crashes. We straight up could not get into all 4 of us into a lobby on Tuesday either. So that was unfortunate. Yeah, hopefully pre-sequel will treat us a little bit better. Let's see, anything else to be said? Well, I guess there's the rest of the week, huh? But yes, next Thursday, I think, regardless of whether or not we beat Conquer the Shadow World tonight, we're not going to do Conquer the Shadow World again next Thursday, which is when we would have done Conquer the Shadow World this week, but I wasn't available then. But yes, we will we will not continue Conquer the Shadow World on next Thursday, even if we don't beat it tonight, because I do want to, I want to keep a sort of, I never really articulated even to myself quite what my goal is here with the, but I want to stick to shorter projects for the time being. I don't want to commit too much to any one of them. And yeah, we're coming up on like the 3rd Conquer the Shadow World stream. So if we don't beat it now, then we're just going to have to put it on the back burner and return to it later. So let's see. So that is next Thursday. We don't know what we're playing just yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. And let's see. So next Friday, let's see. If we do the Destiny lore on Monday, then we're going to do Destiny 2 lore on Friday. But if we don't do Destiny lore on Monday, we're going to do Destiny lore on Friday. Yeah. I think that's approximately what I just said. Thursday stream at 7:30 p.m. Central, by the way. And then the Friday stream, 10 a.m. Central. The lore of one Destiny game. I'm going to do everything within my power to to condense the story of Destiny 1 and its expansions into one stream, and the story of Destiny 2 and its expansions leading up to Forsaken into one stream, so that just for the sake of like actually getting into Destiny, because the way we're gonna be like 4 streams in, judging by the schedule, we're gonna be like 4 streams into Destiny lore before we even get started with Destiny 2, which is a little bit unfortunate because I kind of expected that we'd have like maybe 2. Before we started doing the lore streams, I expected it would take 1, but that's absolutely not happening. And, on account of it not having happened. But, yes. So we're going to try and wrap up the lore in 2 more streams. I may have to, be a bit sparse with details, but I was always a little bit sparse with details, and, there was a lot of plot points that I skipped over because, going through it in chronological order that I skipped over because I wanted to preserve some mystery. There are some things that are like revealed in Forsaken that are relevant to the backstory and all that. So, that is that, I suppose. Let's see, anything else to say before we get started? I said that stream was at 10 a.m., right? Yes. Central Time. So, I guess, quick summary. We may or may not do a stream on Monday. If we do, it'll be at 7:30 Standard Time, Central Standard Time. Not just the Standard Time, Central Standard Time. Or is it Central? I always want to say Central Standard Time, and I very frequently end up saying Central Standard Time, but I think it's Daylight Time now, actually. Central Time, whatever that is. Whatever time Central is in, currently. I don't know these things. We don't have daylight savings times when I'm from. But, so, Monday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, Destiny lore. Tuesday, Borderlands pre-sequel, probably another game as well. Altariana, Sheppy Sheps, and Judo Kami collab. 5:30 Central Time. Thursday, we will do something new. Don't know what yet, but definitely won't be more Conquer the Shadow World. And then Friday, we will do Destiny lore if we didn't do it on Monday, and we will do Destiny 2 lore if we did do it on Monday. And I suppose that is that for the time being. So we should probably get into the game, huh? And I'm realizing now I did not ready myself to launch it. Oh, give me just a second here. Where did I install? Here it is. Oops. Alright, this should be good. There we are. Turn off the background music. Gotta make sure that's not on. There we are. So yes, so we've already beaten to a certain standard of beaten, I suppose. We beat the game on Novice mode last week. And just to, for those who don't know, Novice mode means that you have 10 lives. Whereas, in the normal mode, you have no extra lives starting out. So yeah, so currently, we die in a single hit, and, that is what it is. It's not super fun is what it is, but it is what it is. There we are. Adds a little bit more edge, though, I suppose. But yeah, it's definitely not just me that feels a little bit louder than usual. It's definitely, the game seems a little bit louder on my end than I remember it being as well. So I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah, so once we completed the beat the game in as far as you can beat it, oh dear, on normal mode, it informed us that we need to beat it on Did I say normal mode? I meant novice mode. Now we need to beat it on normal mode in order to get the true ending, fight the final boss. And so we're doing just that right now, ideally. We're working on it, I guess. We aren't beating it right now, but we're getting closer with every single step that we take, every stomp on one of these shadowy fellows. There we are. And so that's another hit that we can take. And there's a decent chance that we're going to lose it in this very room. We didn't. Nice. This puzzle, I don't know, it almost feels remiss to call it a puzzle at this point. I guess I got a bit too confident there. I was going to say it feels like it doesn't feel appropriate to call it a puzzle when we've clearly gotten so good at it. But clearly we haven't gotten as good at it as I thought I had. Well, I don't know how good you've gotten at it, so I should speak for myself. I've not gotten as good at it as I thought I had gotten. But a lot of that's probably just nerves. So, we're going to calm down. You know, this puzzle is 100% consistent. I just got impatient with my timing. Alright. And what new surprises does Norris have for us today, I wonder? Norris here is a boss that we usually don't have too much trouble with. I feel like Norris definitely has the potential to end a run quite quickly and unexpectedly, more so than most other bosses, because I feel a little bit more confident fighting Norris. There we are. I feel a little bit more confident, so I feel like that probably makes me more likely to make a foolish mistake. We've got Ace. Got Ace on our hands. I really don't like where Ace is right now, so we're going to let him move a little bit. There we are. Of course, maybe we should be, given that when Ace is moving vertically, they shoot aimed projectiles at us. Maybe we should be, trying to make sure that they are out of that state as much as we can. Alright, there we go. Time to jump a little bit better. I guess the timing window isn't super strict there. Alright, Chandler. Honestly, I really wish that there was some way that I could ensure that we would fight Chandler earlier. Because Chandler is definitely one of the bosses that I have a lot more difficulty with. I haven't, I'm not very consistent in my performance against Chandler. Oh. I probably could have jumped over that if I had gotten the timing and or positioning correctly. But here we are, facing Mogus again. Alright, so we're fighting Chandler again. But yes, in case there's anyone who's new who's wondering, these are not the official names of the bosses. I don't know if the bosses have official names, to be fair. We just sort of came up with them because I got tired of calling them just the guy who has whatever trait, or the swingy wire guy, or whatever. I don't even know what I was calling them before we started naming them. Alright, I missed that cycle, I think. There's probably ways that I could sneak in there out of turn, but that's definitely not it. Then we have the forbidden one. Oh dear. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, on to Ferris, I guess. Oh, come on. I got a little bit too, not, I don't know if hasty is the word I would use. Because I wasn't trying to go fast, but I sort of overcorrected. Overcorrected on my positioning. Alright, the wheel, yeah, the weak point is going to go away before we can stomp on him this time. But we should be able to go for, oh, there we go. Hold on, I think we got hit immediately as we got our extra hit. So I think we kind of broke even on hits we can take there, which is a bit unfortunate. Alright, let's go fight Ferris again. Ah. Alright, let's go fight Ferris again. Alright, let's not go fight Ferris again. Let's go fight Mogus again. There we are. Yeah, this is another boss fight that should be pretty consistent if we can read the pattern properly. If. Alright, Wiggles. You know, Wiggles is one of those bosses that I usually think of as being pretty easy. But I guess that's usually because that's a lot of the bosses seem a lot easier when you've got a lot more when you've got more of a margin for error. Yeah, seem easier than they are, I should say. Because everything is easier when you have a margin for error. So in theory, this game is only going to get easier as we go along, assuming that I keep gaining hearts and not losing them. There we are. And into the Norris area. Pretty good hit there. Another good hit. You want to just keep like going back and forth like that, Norris. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, oh, I got cocky. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Well, unfortunate. Ah, can we hit you still in time? There we go. Nice, nice. All right, all right. Yeah, given that this boss always goes like straight for you, and you know, I am faster than they are. It sort of just boils down to, yeah, it's less about outrunning them and more just about controlling position, I suppose. Because I don't always need to be as far away as possible. Because being too far away just makes it harder to retaliate when the boss is finally not invincible anymore. Ah. Hmm. Yeah, the perception of Wiggles as being an easy boss, I feel like, probably kept me from developing perhaps the skills needed to defeat them as a well, defeat them when they are in somewhat of a more challenging state. I suppose the bosses themselves don't change; it's just sort of me that changes in between, or in novice mode versus normal mode. Yeah, I'm glad that I, in theory, should never have to run through this steam room without at least one hit, one spare hit. And I got reckless again, unfortunately. So, Norris, if you would like to cooperate with us once more, I promise I won't not take you seriously. Hmm. There we are. There you are. Ah, should have started moving a little bit earlier, unfortunately. Yeah, so I guess while we're engaged in this, I should pay more attention, maybe. Nope. All right, we tried. But yes. So another thing, Pokemon. New Pokemon games are out. I'm kind of on the fence still. I've been, yeah, I don't know. I mean, let me be 100% upfront here. I am going to get the new Pokemon games at some point. Not now, probably. Not for a little while, probably. But definitely going to at some point because that's just the kind of person that I am. I will get them, and I'm as much as I don't know. I will enjoy them. I will get them, and I will enjoy them. I'm sure. I'll get one of them and enjoy one of them. I suppose probably won't get both. It's been a while since I've gotten both Pokemon games in any given generation, but I will get one of them. I will enjoy the one that I get. I am sure. Uh, just not right now. I don't feel like. In part, because I'm just not. I'm not blown away with the. I don't know. They just don't. I'm trying to put this nicely, but they. I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed, I guess, with a lot of recent Pokemon games. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that the new Pokemon games, or yeah, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, I guess, to be more specific, were made by a different company. And I was kind of hoping that, like, not necessarily that, I wasn't like thinking that, oh, it's not the Pokemon company, so clearly this should be a superior product or something like that. I was thinking, hopefully giving the Pokemon company, like, or I guess not the Pokemon company, but like Game Freak specifically, historically has had a pretty small, been a relatively small dev team. And I don't know to what extent that is true still now, but historically they have been pretty small for a studio making one of the biggest game franchises in the world. And I was kind of hoping that, like, by outsourcing their games, that would free up more resources for, they get to work on this, and this other people get to work on the remakes. They get to work on the new games, and so in doing so, both projects will get like will in theory have more like manpower and more time and money to devote to them individually. But and I was hoping that would I don't know. I guess it's not fair to say, because I haven't seen a whole lot of the new Pokemon games, and what I have seen, people are enjoying them, but like, there's no like from what I understand it, there's no like Pokemon Platinum content. There's no like Battle Frontier, things like that. Things that I was really hoping for would be in them. So again, I will probably well, let's not beat around the bush. I will get one of these remakes at one point, and I will play it and I will enjoy it, I am sure. Because you'd have to work very hard to make a Pokemon game that I would not enjoy, to be honest. But yes, I will get the games. I will get a game. I will enjoy it, I'm sure. I'll probably play it on stream, but not right now. Oh dear. There's plenty of space for me to like fall down here. Oh. Well, I was trying to prove a point to myself there that I didn't need to get quite so close to the those spikes on the top to avoid falling onto the spikes on the bottom. And as it turns out, I did actually need to get closer. Though I guess I can. I've got like you've got a lot of air control in this game, even if you're not like jumping per se, because like you can just like wiggle back and forth like this. So I can start a fair distance away from the spikes on the top, and move down and to the left to avoid the ones on the bottom. Like you don't fall straight down. But yeah, I guess I don't want to imply that the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl look bad, but they don't. From what I understand it, they do not meet the my expectations, I guess. They didn't fulfill what I was hoping for, so I'm not super thrilled about them. Because yeah, I know a lot of people were also not super fond of Sword and Shield, and I can definitely see where they were lacking polish. But I enjoyed playing Shield. I haven't beaten Shield, which is a pretty good indicator that I probably haven't enjoyed it as much as most other Pokemon games that I've played, because it is very rare that I do not beat a Pokemon game. But then again, Shield also came out in sort of a weird time for me. Like, let's see, that was when I was like getting out of college at that point. So I was going through a lot of like life changes, and honestly, it took me a very long time to beat Pokemon Emerald, and that's my favorite Pokemon game. My first Pokemon game. I didn't really have very many video games other than Pokemon Emerald when I played Pokemon Emerald, so just because it takes me a while to beat something doesn't mean that I don't necessarily enjoy it, I guess. But again, it's just kind of a complicated feeling, I guess, with the remakes more so than anything. Because yeah, maybe Game Freak likes prefers to work with sort of a smaller studio, tighter knit teams and whatnot, and I can't fault them for that. Maybe the big wigs want to keep development costs down by keeping as few staff on hand as they can get away with, and I certainly can't blame the developers for that either. But it'd be nice if they I feel like a lot of the recent Pokemon games, starting with probably Sun and Moon, I feel like could have done with a bit more time in the oven, so to speak. Because yeah, Ultra Sun, I don't remember which one of them I played. I think it was Ultra Sun. Is another Pokemon game that I haven't beaten. And I don't want to so as to avoid giving the impression that I just don't like recent Pokemon games, which I do. I'd like to believe that I do, anyway. But just to not give the impression that I'm just grousing about new things because I like the old things. I also the other Pokemon games that I haven't managed to beat are Yellow, Silver, Heart Gold. Let's see, did I beat Black 2? Or was it White 2? I don't remember which of the two I had. But yeah. So it's not, I guess, looking back on it, it's not super uncommon for me to not beat Pokemon games. So maybe I shouldn't be too worried about me not feeling the need to beat the previous generation of Pokemon games as sort of a sign of, oh, maybe I'm not liking Pokemon games anymore, or maybe Pokemon games are bad now, or something like that. Maybe I'm just sort of in a different place in my life, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's definitely. I guess I started playing Pokemon Sword and Shield a long time before well, not all that long, but my apologies. Yeah, a fair amount of time before I started streaming. So this is an unrelated point that I'm about to make. Oh dear. I wonder, is there like a pause button? Because I can press escape, but that just like brings me to the menu, the main menu, and like gets rid of all my progress. Oh dear. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter now because I've already sneezed, but Okay, so it seems like for a while I thought it was just Steve, the diamond-shaped guy that we fought earlier. I thought it was just Steve who was seemingly invincible at least when you first entered his arena for a little bit. But Wiggles also displayed the same invincibility there, the same like brief invincibility at the start of the fight. So I guess it is maybe not all bosses, but it's not super unusual for bosses to simply not be able to be hit initially. I was kind of hoping that bouncing on the weak points in a different pattern would maybe allow me to hit more of them, but no, in that case it let me hit even fewer of them. Put us in a better position to hit those, though. Not bad. But to finally get to the point that I was just about to make, I don't know if streaming hasn't like changed my taste in games, I don't think. But it has definitely changed the way I experience them, even off stream, I feel like. I've spoken about this before, but I'll reiterate now. I feel like sort of when I play games casually, or when I played games casually normally, previously, I would often sort of not think too much about them, I guess, for lack of a better term. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But yeah, not think too much about them, sort of play without really engaging in them a lot of the time. And, in streaming, I have to engage in the game in order to present an engaging gameplay. Generally speaking, I have to engage with the game and engage in commentary and all that on the game. I need to engage with the game. So sort of forcing myself to actually like think about and care about the thing that I'm playing has really helped me to appreciate games a lot more than I tended to in the past. I did appreciate a lot of games and really just sort of got really into them every now and then, but it was fairly rare. But yeah, every game I played on stream, I've enjoyed them to varying degrees, but every game that on stream I've played, I've really enjoyed more so than I feel like I enjoy games casually on average. And since I started streaming, I feel like I've been enjoying games casually a bit more. All right. So we didn't mess up the timing again. Because yeah, I guess there's really I don't need to time that puzzle all that much, really. Like, you can make it entirely on reactions. Like, I can see it happen and then respond to it. I don't need to anticipate the lights changing. Like, I can just react to them changing. You do have to anticipate Norris's movements a little bit. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm definitely excited about Destiny. I don't play a whole lot of first-person shooters myself. I don't play a whole lot of first-person shooters casually, but I did enjoy Destiny when I played it. I played it a fair amount. Let's see. I guess I played it in my sort of usual super casual way, we'll call it. The very low engagement, sort of intermittently playing this and just playing things just on a whim, whatever. Very low engagement. I played it super casually in when I first got it. Then I got I played it a bit more seriously around the time that they started vaulting content for the first time, the first round of that, with the I don't remember what the storyline was called, but when they sort of removed a lot of the or were about to remove the event before they were about to remove a lot of the hold on. All right, I've just discovered a new tech. I don't know if it's going to be useful at any point, but I did just discover that you can still jump for a little bit after you go off of a wall. You can still wall jump for a few well, not a few seconds, but probably a few frames. For a few frames after you detach from the wall, you can still jump off of it as though you were still on it. Which I guess well, it's not new tech, I guess, technically, because the manual for this game does explicitly say, you do a wall jump by pressing away from the wall and pressing jump. Whereas usually I just wall jump by pressing jump while pressing into a wall. So I didn't discover new tech in so much as I remembered the thing that the manual said to me, like, subconsciously. But yeah, I played Destiny 2 a lot more seriously during, and I still can't remember what the event was called, but during the event, and for a little bit after that. But yeah, I never did get around to starting or finishing Forsaken or Shadowkeep. I'm to think of it, I'm not 100% sure I have Shadowkeep, which is the next expansion after Forsaken. So somewhere down the line, we'll probably have to start Shadowkeep as well. But it's going to be a little bit. Because yeah, again, I don't want to spend too much time on any one game during this time. Yeah, we definitely phased through Wiggles with no effect there again. Chandler, our old nemesis. Here to punish me once again for my hubris. Alright, this time we're not going to be able to jump over him again. Well, maybe we could have. But it felt safer to go the long way around. Oh. Okay. We got it. We got him. Nope. Didn't get him that time. There's a boss this way. I could use the extra hit. Ah, it's Wiggles, right. There's something I just like about Wiggles. I'm not sure if I'd call Wiggles my favorite boss, but the Wiggles is the most personable boss, perhaps. And I promise I'm not throwing on purpose whenever I start a new file and run immediately into a spike or a boss or what have you. That is a deliberate effort or an honest mistake on my part. A deliberate attempt to play the game, not a deliberate attempt to lose. There we go. Because yeah, these cannons scare me a lot. Maybe more than they really ought to. You just gotta stay calm and collected, and you gotta defeat Steve, who is another fairly challenging boss, I would say. Maybe somewhere down the line we'll create a tier list of which bosses are most to least challenging. The difference between the level of danger I felt playing on novice mode against Wiggle and the danger I feel playing in normal mode against Wiggles is definitely the greatest. There's definitely the greatest disparity there. I definitely feel like I was underestimating Wiggles something fierce. And there we go. We got another of those real wall jumps, those developer intended wall jumps that I wasn't planning on there, and I got a little bit of extra height. Yeah, so like I was saying, I don't want to spend too much time on Destiny. Not anything against Destiny, because again, I don't want to spend too much time on this either, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just in a shorter game mood right now. It only feels appropriate to not commit to as long of a project when I'm spending less time each week working on said project. Because yeah, normally the schedule I try to keep is 5 days a week. 3 days a week I work on my big long game project. 1 day a week I just play whatever, and then 1 day a week I do my collab. To any of you who have gotten so used to the current state of affairs that you've forgotten my original schedule. But yeah, I don't know. Again, when I'm streaming just 3 days a week now, it it feels weird, I guess, more so than anything to or not weird, but it would take a lot longer to get through like a long game playing it once a week than it does to take than playing it 3 times a week. It'd take about 3 times as long, even if you can believe it. Yeah, one thing I need to do is be a little bit calmer. Cause yeah, I often try too hard to avoid those aimed bullets. When you know, Ace's angle here is changing. So the angle of the bullet's approach is also changing, especially so when Ace is faster. But for the most part, it doesn't take a whole lot of movement to get out of the way of a shot. Ooh, and no extra hits going into the Chandler fight, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think we've successfully beaten Chandler tonight. Chandler is a major stumbling block. Is a major stumbling block a lot of the time, but we've definitely not beaten Chandler tonight, I don't think. But that's all going to change right here and right now. I'm sure of it. Alright, alright. Very good, very good. Oh, that's not so very good. Alright. I probably could have made something else out of that. Or made something more out of that. But it is what it is. Yeah, I guess we just haven't really figured out a particularly consistent pattern for Chandler there, is the main issue. But yeah, so as it turns out, when someone's aiming directly at you, if you move to a different place before the projectile gets to you, it'll miss you. And I often sort of dodge as though projectiles will follow me to a certain extent, which they really don't. Or, well, yeah, they don't. Yeah, I feel like most of our quick losses have been to Paolo here. I say losing quickly to Paolo. Yes, we've got to take Wiggles seriously. We've got to take Wiggles very seriously. There we are. Taking him very seriously by just walking onto him. Very serious walking. Now we're going to get a whole lot of projectiles. Or not. Alright, we're good. Defeated is Wiggles. Alright. These cannons still scare me quite a bit. The lack of background music also scares me a bit. Oh! Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Oh! We're right here again. Hey, Paolo. What's up? That's not going to work. I often go for the jump at a wrong time in the pattern because I forget that that Paolo's pattern is different from like it is cyclical. It is cyclical if we just let him go, I think. Like it'll always repeat, but it doesn't repeat every single time, rather. Like it doesn't every trip from the left side to the right side of the room isn't exactly the same in that first phase. Like I think it's like one time where the bounce is a little bit or the sort of I guess trough, I think. Like peaks and troughs, I think is the term used to describe the sort of ups and downs of like a up and down pattern. A sinusoid wave, I believe, is the term used generally. Well, it depends. It depends on the shape, I guess. But sort of the up and down motion, up and down, and also with some lateral movement. Well, that was just plain silly of me. So there you go. Relatively little movement, but still not getting hit by Ace. Whereas before, when I was less enlightened and less calm, I would have run a lot farther away, a lot faster, and gotten Not necessarily worse results, 'cause I still wouldn't have gotten hit, probably. But I wouldn't have been as close to Ace to potentially hit him. Oh dear. Alright, we're getting careless. So we've got to stop. Getting careless? Just don't. Just don't. There we are. Mogus will come in for another stomp. Oh, I can't believe that worked. I don't know, maybe Mogus doesn't do contact damage like I thought, and only does damage when shooting. It's just that they often shoot when I'm nearby. They just often happen to be shooting when I move in for the stomp. And so a misplaced stomp results in me getting shot. Perfectly reasonable assumption, I think. Alright. I tried to anticipate it again there. I really didn't need to, but at least it didn't cost me too much this time. Let's see. Alright, good placement. That's the pattern we really want. That's a close second. Ah. That time I needed to anticipate Norse's movements a little bit more. I guess it is still all like moving on reaction. I just needed to start reacting faster. There we are. 2 whole hits. Alright, back to Ace, who is again somewhat troublesome to us. Ah. Alright. Just gotta remain calm and focused. There we are. Nice. So yeah, 4 shots per pattern this time. I think it goes up to 5 before we properly defeat Ace. But of course, the gap between firing patterns changes as well. There we go. Hey, and we didn't even get hit by that last bullet this time. So we actually profited in terms of hits. Trying to get a bit too fancy with my wall jumps. Because yeah, there's definitely times when the somewhat unorthodox wall jump technique that I developed of just, don't do what the manual says, but instead just press jump when on a wall. There's times when that's valuable. Or there's times when that works, maybe. Valuable is a different term entirely. But there's times when that works. So yeah, it seems that I've been working under the assumption that Chandler could hit me during their invincibility, but it seems like that's not the case. So I think we finally sort of cracked the code here. Oh, I thought I was dead there. I saw where my trajectory was headed, and I thought, there's no way I'll survive this. But indeed, I did not survive that, but I had an extra life, so it didn't matter. And I would have lost that other extra life pretty quickly there if I hadn't reacted in time. Nope. Nope. Alright, hey Ferris. Incorporating more movement definitely seems to allow me to hit more of these weak points on Ferris there. Ah, that time I should have moved away. Alright, ace. Oh, right, I forgot about that third shot. I think that may have been my quickest reload after a failure. So, we're going to take it slow. Maybe not slow, but we're not going to take it any faster than we need to. We're not going to try to anticipate the lights changing, because there's no need for us to do that. We can deal with them entirely upon reacting to them. We can read them like a book. And just like the pages of the book will not bite me if I do not turn them fast enough, and indeed can cut me if I if I try to turn them too fast. So too will the situation often not get worse if I don't react immediately, but take some time to assess what is actually happening. Or, if I don't react before there's anything to react to, and instead wait until the thing to react to has occurred so that I can react to it properly. And once again there, I took a big risk and it did not pay off. Alright, that time I'm confident that wasn't Steve being invincible. I'm pretty sure that was just me missing. It does kind of make you wonder where the hitboxes on these enemies are. I'm assuming that the hitboxes are probably just like square shaped and aren't necessarily just like the sprite. Because I guess sort of intuitively I had assumed the entire sprite was the hitbox, basically. And that as long as you made contact with the sprite, you would deal the appropriate damage. But perhaps not. Perhaps they have an actual hitbox somewhere. That isn't just their model. Alright. Alright. No more out of you, Mogus. That didn't go so well. So we're just gonna have to try again. Oh. Alright, focus. Eyes up, eyes open, mind clear, fingers at the ready. There we are. I was pretty good at reacting to Mogus's pattern there for a while. And it seems like I can develop that skill again. Ah. Went a bit too fast again. And paid the price. Like I've said, we don't need to go any... Alright, I wasn't trying to end the run there, unfortunately. I just thought I would have enough invincibility time. But that's a good example of not trying to go too fast. Because I often try to go too fast. And I end up slowing down a lot because we come to a complete stop and have to start all over again. So, no more saving time by doing foolish things. We only save time by doing cool, well-practiced things. At any rate, this isn't a speedrun, so I don't need to save any time at all. I could speedrun this game. I feel like this is the kind of game that I could get into speedrunning pretty easily. I feel like this is the kind of game that a person could get into speedrunning pretty easily, just regardless. Because yeah, no real tricks to it, just all execution. So if you're willing to put in the time to, grind, it really, yeah, it's relatively simpler to get into, I guess. Maybe not easy. Simple and easy, simplicity and ease, I guess, are two very different concepts that I suppose we shouldn't we have a tendency to conflate, saying something is simple versus saying something is easy. And maybe, in certain definitions of the term, they are the same. But when I say simple, I mean, not requiring a lot of different steps. Tearing through a brick wall with your hands is simple. You just find the brick wall and you just go at it until it's done. But it's not easy. I'm trying to give an example of something that is complex but easy. I guess making a pizza from scratch is relatively complex because you gotta have the recipe, you gotta know what ingredients to have, you gotta, get those ingredients ready, you gotta get your flour and your yeast and all that. Other things. There's other things that go into the dough. I do make homemade pizzas every now and then, but you gotta get your dough together, you gotta knead it, you gotta let it rise and all that. Gotta get your sauce, gotta get your cheese, gotta get your meat if you are so inclined. I guess, toppings, not specifically meat. I've had meat on all of my homemade pizzas, I guess, because I do, I am a person who eats meat, but not everyone does. And not everyone necessarily who eats meat likes meat on their pizzas. So I shouldn't assume. All right. Making homemade pizza is a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend it. Oh dear. That's another thing that's complex but easy. Um, I guess it depends on the difficulty you play on, but playing Civilization or any other sort of 4X or strategy game, those tend to be fairly complicated. But they can be easy. They can be easy if you play on easier difficulties, or if the game itself is just not easy or is not particularly difficult. But yeah, I guess. Yeah, complexity. I guess more so, it's the complexity and difficulty sort of being interrelated, more so than simplicity and ease being interrelated. Because I can definitely think of a lot more things that are simple and hard than are complex and easy. But yeah, and I guess different things are have different levels of difficulty for other people. I, for one, am a little bit intimidated by the idea of having to remember glitches and stuff for a lot of speed runs, which is why I guess I've only done a run of one game, but that one run that I've done, or I've done more than one run, but the one game that I've run, Jamestown, uh, is the you know as of right now, I'm not aware of any glitches that make it any faster. Granted, I haven't. I will admit, it's been a very long time since I engaged with the community in Jamestown, to be honest, and I really should engage with it more. I don't know. I don't even know whether or not I'm still the world record holder, to be honest. Life is a little bit weird like that sometimes, or my life is a little bit weird sometimes. So I go a long time, sort of. I don't know. I'm trying to phrase this in a way that makes me not seem kind of sad, but I don't know. I just sort of. I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm that I isolate myself. I don't want to, and I definitely don't want to seem like a bummer. So I apologize if I'm being a bummer here. But I don't know. Every now and again, I just sort of like forget about like most things and just sort of I don't know, just don't pay attention to much. Get wrapped up in sort of my day to day. I don't think about other things, which isn't necessarily a bad thing in moderation and mindfulness, if you're mindful of it. But often I just sort of lapse into obliviousness, I would say, more so than, you know, a deliberate, conscious, measured effort to, you know, because, you know, not keeping up with everything all the time is important if you want to relax. And I will say, I'm still sort of working on work-life balance. The idea of, you know, having time to focus on things and time to spend just not really worrying too much about anything. That's been yeah, finding that has been and continues to be a bit of a struggle for me. Yeah, I guess yeah. Again, I don't want to make it seem like I deliberately isolate myself or anything like that. Cut my, you know, put my head in the sand and all that. I just, you know, when I decide now is time to relax, a lot of the time I just sort of don't think to I just sort of like chill out so much that I just sort of forget about most things that are just that are more that are less pressing than just like eating and dressing myself and cleaning myself and all that. Anything more pressing than or less pressing than again my day to day. Because yeah, even when you're relaxing, even when you're taking it easy, there's a certain amount of discipline that you still need to exercise to make sure you're not you know, make sure you're not forgetting important things. Yeah, I know one of the folks who speedruns Jamestown. There's not a whole lot of us, but one of the folks who speedruns Jamestown reached out to me on you know, on my VOD of my world record run, and I meant to message him back, but I never did, and I feel kind of bad about that. So if you're watching this, my apologies. I do definitely want to get into Jamestown a little bit more in the not too distant future, but yeah, I don't want to. I don't know, I don't want to. Speedrunning is definitely a more. I like it. I don't want to imply that I don't want to do it, but I do want to again keep with the theme of not engaging too much. You know, not playing something for or not committing. I guess I always want to engage. I want to engage with what I'm playing. That is sort of the cornerstone of this stream. I want to engage with the game. I want to make it engaging to watch. But yeah, commitment, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. I don't want to have a high commitment stream project at the time being because I want to commit my mental resources and my time to things outside of the stream, but you know, still connected to it, as I've spoken of many times before, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe when we oh dear. Maybe when we end the stream, we'll take a look at the leaderboard real quick and see if there's been any changes recently. The Jamestown leaderboard, unless in case it wasn't clear. Alright, so this should take us to Wiggles' arena. Yeah, the Wiggleaceum, as I think I called it once. Wiggleopolis, perhaps? Something like that. I think I call it both of those, actually. Yeah, I think next time we die, I'm going to take a short break. I guess we could just take a break, like, anytime we're not in a boss fight, I guess. I don't think there's anything that will just, like, kill me if I just sort of sit around on a given screen for too long. But I guess I don't know for sure that there isn't. There we are. So, break time. If the game won't let me pause, then I will just pause on my own. I have returned. Alright, so let's get back to the game. It definitely feels a bit weird to, like, not pause the game. Do not pause a game when taking a break from it. But, you know, I guess if, nothing happens, if nothing negative will happen if you don't pause, then it really doesn't matter, huh? Nope. Not that time. Not that place. Wasn't gonna work. That wasn't about to work either. Yeah, I don't make good choices every time, unfortunately. Yeah, I definitely don't think the pattern is random. Yeah, it does seem to be consistent. Yeah, it has a low bounce the first time, high bounce the second time, or relatively. So I don't think Paulo really achieves a different height than usual. They just sort of reach this edge here at a different angle, a different position, relatively speaking. Didn't need to run all this way around, I don't think. I probably could have just stayed there where I was and still hit the boss pretty easily. But what can you do? You can make notes and do it a little bit better next time. And that's true of everything, basically. All sorts of situations. So keep that in mind. Alright. Oh, no. Got a little bit reckless. Is this... Can we climb up this? We could, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't have. But we could have. And, I mean, to be fair, we did. We did climb up it. It was getting down was the problem. Getting up was fine. Oh, nope. You know, if I hadn't jumped there, I probably would have made it, actually. Because, yeah, it's not like jumping sends me any further than not jumping. I don't think my aerial movement's any faster than my land movement. Oh dear. So, let's try this again. And again, and again, and again, and again. And maybe we won't get it this time. Maybe it'll be a few months before we get to see what the final boss of Conquer the Shadow World is. But that's fine. It's all fine. Nope. Alright. Well, we did live. I kind of forgot that we had the extra hit there. But we did live. Plan and execute with confidence. Plan and execute with confidence. We learned this. Last time, I think it was. There we are. Overcorrected a little bit. Oh, unfortunate. What boss is up here? I think it must be the one whose name that I keep forgetting. Oh no, this is Ferris. Maybe they're on the other end of that hallway. got careless again, unfortunately. So yeah, I always, in the past, sort of avoided going at Ace when they were moving laterally, but I guess that's kind of a pretty safe time to attack them, huh? Because they're never going to aim directly at you unless you happen to be directly above or below them, which, sometimes you are when you're going to jump on them. So, just wait for them to not be shooting, I guess, is the moral of the story. Don't want to get shot, don't move in front of someone while they're shooting. Oh, that was very silly of me. Unfortunate. What's this way? Ah, you're this way. No, actually, you're Chandler, my bad. I wonder if I had followed Mogus, maybe I could have hit them twice in that cycle. I'm sure I couldn't hit them again now, though. There we go. And now, meaning in that cycle that we were just on. Maybe I don't need to correct myself every now so much. Maybe I can just let it ride. Yeah, I feel a little bit like I'm maybe trying to listen for like audio cues in the music to well, music's maybe a strong term for what's happening here, but in the ambiance to decide when to move. When I really should just be looking for the visual cues. They're more consistent than the audio. Because I think the exact time that the ambiance in that room starts depends a little bit on you know, the how far along the previous song that you were listening to was. Oh, oh dear. Actually, who's down here? Oh, cannons, right. Cannons. Ah, cannons, not cans. That was foolish. Actually, do we want to? Let's see. Paolo's. No, that's not Paolo. I'm getting all my areas mixed up. I'm forgetting who's where and when and why. But I can never forget Wiggles. I guess I can climb up this wall, so maybe I should have approached Wiggles from this end and not had to wait so long. Yeah, I don't know if this game has any true randomness, but I feel like Wiggles is the closest it gets to random. Because Wiggles' movement patterns, I've never been able to fully decipher them. The other bosses seem to be pretty consistent in how and when they move. But Wiggles just sort of seems to go wherever they feel like, whenever they feel like. Sometimes they like to stay on the left side here, sometimes they like to go back down all around. Probably could have moved in for the hit there, but still managed to get another hit. So it's fine. Nice. Alright. Good easy Wiggles fight. Make the jump. Make the jump. Didn't quite make the jump, but we survived. So it's fine. It's fine. I don't know what's up with these lights that makes them so deadly. Maybe this being the shadow world and us being sort of a dark silhouette. Maybe light is just kind of harmful to us. and the light in the rest of the shadow world is just less intense. We may not be conquering the shadow world as an outsider going in, but as an insider. Not that it makes a huge difference, I don't think, but you know. Because yeah, I definitely feel like the music here is a little bit different. Again, depending on how it fades in from the music in, or whether it fades in from the music in previous areas. Because sometimes if you just spawn there, it doesn't. Alright, so we're a little bit out of focus, it seems like. And that's fine. I did have a bit of a long day at work today. Because yeah, I don't have a full sort of shift every Saturday. Or I guess I don't know. My work schedule on Saturday is a little bit complicated, but on some days Saturday is one of my least busy days. On others, it's the busiest day I have in any given week, or at the very least, the longest start to finish. I guess recently I have been having to go in earlier on Mondays. So in theory, depending on the Monday as well, it might be an unusually long work day. Yeah, I'm remembering now why I thought Wiggles was like the easiest boss, because you can stun lock them in theory. I did not succeed at doing so, but I could have. We don't want to go backwards, I don't think. Because there will come a point where going backwards will not allow me to make any more progress. But yes, if we move relatively slowly, the boss will move relatively predictably. And that's good. There we are. And a fine victory. I was hoping that I could just rely on confidence to carry me through those cannons, but it seems like you need more than confidence to stand against them. I guess that's where the plan part of plan and execute with confidence comes from. That was a bit too much confidence. Too much confidence, not enough plan. Absolutely no plan. Alright, we're getting impatient. Cannot allow that. Deep breaths. Probably can't hear them because of I have relatively aggressive noise cancellation. Because I live in a place with relatively aggressive noise. Unfortunate. Alright, alright. Not bad. Kinda bad. Just a little bit bad. Hmm. And up. Ah. Thought I was being slick there. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, okay. I was kind of worried that we weren't going to be able to hit the boss in time there, but we're fine. It's good. It's fine. We're good. Ah, okay. So the time between vulnerability cycles also goes down. So yeah, if that boss fight goes on too long, then yes, we do need to we really do need to make sure that we like don't that we finish their invincibility cycle while they're pretty close to us. Because otherwise we simply won't have time to move in and hit them. Let's think. Is there any boss that we haven't seen yet today? I don't think we've seen Thumper, whatever I call them. The nameless one, we'll call him. Unfortunate, but it's fine. It's still fine. Just stick near these weak points, and we'll be able to hit them pretty quickly, and net ourselves a clean victory against Varus. Yeah, I don't need to think of this as, positioning myself such that if I fall directly downward, I'll be safe. I need to think of it in terms of timing it such that I can fall diagonally downwards and not get hit by the spikes coming up. Because making it just about finding the right position to prevent falling onto the static spikes is making being unnecessarily reductive. All right, there we go. First time we've beaten that boss tonight, I think. Oh, right. I forgot about Fred. I completely forgot about Fred. My greatest fears. All right, all right. We can manage this, though. So we didn't manage to get through the Fred fight without taking damage, but we did manage to get through the Fred fight in one attempt, which is honestly a lot better than I was expecting. Then we have Stomper again, the one whose name I've forgotten. Yeah, their stomping is constant now, huh? Now we're going to move into Otto's chamber. No, Akai. Akai is what we've been calling them. The Hato part is implied, in theory. I hope it's implied. I hope that my meaning comes through. But maybe I should be a little bit less oblique. This isn't going to work. It worked, actually. No planning, but no real confidence either. But they seem to, my negative planning and my negative confidence seem to have canceled each other out. And provided me with a result. This is the furthest run that we've gotten so far, I think, despite having faced Fred, one of our most feared bosses. Don't be fooled by the relatively simple name. Fred is deadly. I feel like the bosses that we've given the simplest names are the ones that are the hardest to deal with. Because we've got Fred, we've got Steve, we've got Ace, all of whom are real trouble. Chandler's big trouble too, but is, I guess, sort of the exception that proves the rule. Wiggles is middling. Alright, cannons. My mortal enemy rears its ugly head once again. Oh dear. And on to Steve. We took like 2 whole hits in the room leading up to Steve, which is very unfortunate. Steve is one that I'd especially like some leeway with. But Steve's pattern isn't too bad. It isn't influenced by our movement in any way, so there's not even like pseudo-random factors to it, I don't think. Steve is 100% deterministic, I'm pretty sure. But just because Steve is 100% consistent doesn't mean that I am. Alright, I almost didn't jump far enough there. I would have survived either way, because I had the extra hit, but I'd prefer not to spend them if I can avoid it. Good, good. I'll try not to let the glory of my victory blind me. There we go. So yeah, it's definitely looking like this could be the run. Who do we have left that's troublesome? You know what? Maybe let's not think about it. Let's not think about it too much, because then we'll start to overthink it, and I don't want that. We will face whoever challenges us next. We will face them, and we will succeed, hopefully. We will plan with swiftness, and we will execute with confidence. And everything will be okay. I may not win, but everything will be okay. There we are. There we are. Ah, and the background music in this room is back again. It was gone for like a long time. I was getting worried. Alright, Ace. Yeah, there's sort of a natural tension that comes when you reach a sort of the close to the end of a run. But the boss doesn't change in any way, whether you fight them at the beginning or the end of a run. In fact, I can, like, in normal mode, there's really nowhere to go but up. Because, you start out with no lives, and then you get an extra life for each time you beat a boss. So, like, you start out at the bottom. So things can only get easier over time. So I should be most nervous at the start, and not nervous at all towards the end. Ideally, I wouldn't be nervous at any point. But that's a level of confidence that we have not yet developed. I think, yeah, we must have Chandler left. Tragic. Doubly tragic. Maybe I shouldn't do that directly into the microphone. We do have the pop filter there to take the worst of the edge off. But I still have to exercise some degree of civility. Alright. Up. You see, that's the not executing with confidence part. I knew that the attack pattern was over, but I wasn't convinced. I knew it, but I couldn't bring myself to trust my judgment. So I veered away out of fear that I would be hit, but indeed there was no projectile coming for me. So we take all the time we need. We don't do that, ideally. But things happen sometimes. Nope. There we are. There we are. Ah! That time we hit Wiggles before we even saw that their invincibility had ended. Nice. Alright. Very good. Nope. Ah. I got impatient at the cannons. Ah! I guess I waited too long there. There you are. There you are. There you are. And this should be the end of it. There we go. I like that. More of the very dangerous red lights. This is the real reason you stop for red lights, because if you're not careful, they'll disintegrate you. And you don't want that. Disintegration is not convenient. Nope. Can we hit it this time? Yes, we can. Thank you, Norris, for cooperating. Very good. I was not expecting that success, I must say. Alright, alright, alright. There we go. Plan and execute with confidence. Yeah, I've got to remember, Ace is one of those bosses that can still attack us while invincible. That's a bad place to stand when you're being shot directly at, I must say. Don't have a whole lot of mobility there. Yeah, I guess I don't need to land, directly on top of Ace either. Me trying to land directly on top of Ace, as though the spike was a necessary portion for me to hit, is led to a lot of me taking a lot of unnecessary damage from being shot. And that's no good. Yes, so we do now know that we can go through Chandler's wire when Chandler is still in hit invincibility. But that doesn't mean that we don't still need to time things and be careful. We just need to be careful in a slightly different way. There we go. Take a moment to compose ourselves. Roll the shoulders. Stretch the neck. Alright. Alright. I think this is the longest we've been in this room. I haven't really heard this music before much. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it is unfortunate how there's a lot of good tracks in this game, but they don't last very long. Never outstay their welcome, I suppose, but they never even stay their welcome. Could have gone better, but it could have gone worse. Run could have ended just there. Because yeah, I definitely need to take this more as a timing puzzle than a positioning puzzle. There I messed up the timing aspect of it, but the positioning was perfect. In that case, the positioning was not good on Paolo. That time, the positioning was not good on Tiberious Vanderfield. There we go. There we go. Okay, Steve is fine. We can deal with Steve. No difficulties with Steve. And come down, and we'll hit you. There we go. I want to stop in this quadrant this time. I feel like, maybe it's just because I've gotten used to it, but I feel like it's a little bit easier to dodge on that side. Nice. That was probably the smoothest we've ever done that platforming section. Pardon. I was in the wrong position there. I wasn't even paying attention. Could have gotten on the other side. Oh well. And another hit for you. And not before long, before it'll be another hit for you. And then this should be the final hit. Oh! We got the final hit when we didn't even expect it. Or when I didn't even expect it. Maybe you expected it. Thank you for your confidence if you expected it. And sometimes you just gotta take it slow. Because if I try to take it fast, I launch myself directly into that steam vent, and it's just bad. It's real bad. But that time, it was real good. And I tried to move before it was time to again there, and I stopped myself. And because of that, I avoided taking unnecessary damage. Imagine that. I was a little bit hasty there too, but at least it paid off. Where are you coming from? Nice. And it should be one more hit. There we go. I almost overreacted there and almost got hit, but we managed to salvage it. No hits on us fighting Norris. All right. Yeah, that was just kind of a bad positioning on my part. Probably should have gone the other way. I shouldn't sort of jump into spades or ace. Because often when I, jump on spade or ace, I sort of jump into the direction that spade is coming from. which again often ends up with me getting shot. Oh dear. Should have course corrected a little bit more there. I could have probably avoided that damage. Unfortunate. Oh, we're right here. In exactly the same circumstances as we were here before, because we have no extra lives. Oh. It is what it is. Alright, you're going to come from that side. And I'm going to misjudge the timing, unfortunately. I should definitely react to what happens and not just what I expect to happen. Because I expected to die there. Just... Alright. Anyway. Let's not do that again, huh? Let us instead enjoy some success while fighting Wiggles. Let's enjoy some success while fighting Mogus. Just a gold mine of irony today, aren't I? So, let's enjoy some actual success while actually fighting Mogus for real. Yeah, I think I'll make this the last run, one way or the other. Alright, I've psyched myself out a little bit. Well, such is life, I suppose. Not all endings can be a dramatic success or a dramatic failure. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Now, time for us to wrap up. Alright, anyway, so, let's see. Schedule, once again, of course. Let's see. So today, we played Conquer the Shadow World. Monday, I think I referred to Monday as tomorrow at one point, but no, definitely not tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow. But Monday, we may or may not do a Destiny lore stream, like an actual Destiny lore stream that it actually involves Destiny lore and not just Destiny game mechanics, basically. Well, I guess the classes are part of lore also, but you know. You get what I'm saying. So, we'll have some more lore, hopefully. Let's see. We might do a stream of that on Monday. We might not. There's a good chance that we won't. But, let's see. Tuesday, we'll be doing the collab with Altariana, Sheppy Sheps. Oh, okay. You know what? Take it from the top. Include the time so you don't have to go back. And action. So, Monday, may or may not do a stream. If we do, it'll be a Destiny lore stream. It'll start at 7:30 p.m. Central. So, Tuesday, we will almost certainly do a stream. When we do the stream, it will be a collab stream with Altariana, Sheppy Sheps, and Judo Kami. We will almost certainly be playing, if it cooperates, we will be playing Borderlands the pre-sequel, and there's a decent chance that we will be playing another game as well. That will begin at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, give or take. Then, on Thursday, we'll be playing another game. We won't be playing Conquer the Shadow World, we'll be playing a new game. And, I guess I can't really say anything until we get closer to that, because I have no idea what we're going to be playing. So, we'll see what that will be. That will be at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, though, one way or the other. And then, on Friday, we'll be doing a Destiny lore stream. We will either be doing Destiny 1, the plot of Destiny 1, if we don't get that done on Monday, or we'll be doing the plot of Destiny 2, if we do get that done on Monday. Either way, once again, 10 a.m. Central Time. Alright, schedule. complete, smooth, done. It's all good. So, where are we? Yeah, now is the time for a raid, I suppose. So, if anyone has any suggestions, I will gladly hear them. I'll take this opportunity to take a sip. I don't think I took a sip this entire stream. Sip. If I did take a sip, I forgot to say sip. So my deepest condolences to all of you. You gotta get those sips. But yes. Yeah, nobody else has a suggestion? Then I think we will drop by and we will visit Svella Persera once again. Been a little bit since we've seen her. Oops. Svella Persera. Yes, another VTuber. She is a Valkyrie. There we go. Raid is ready to go. So, the raid message is, as always, we have arrived. Thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope that you have had a fine night. I hope that you will continue to have a fine night. Well, I guess I shouldn't be too eager to do my my outro here, because I'm still waiting for the ad to stop playing on Svella's chat, or Svella's stream, so that we can, chat with her right away. So, the advertisement is gone now. So, thank you for being here. I hope you've had a fine night. I hope that you'll continue to have a fine night, and I hope you'll be well until next time I see you. So, farewell. Let us get this raid underway.